Now, the former Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, has claimed that Islamists are now in charge of Britain after the Commons Speaker admitted that he'd been wrong to ignore protocol over security threats to MPs.
Yes, her comments come a day after Sir Lindsay Hoyle sparked a furious backlash over a Gaza ceasefire vote by allowing a vote on a Labour amendment. The Commons Speaker is now under intense pressure to quit, with almost 70 MPs calling for him to go. Joining us now is Lib Dem MP for Edinburgh West, Christine Jardine. Good morning, Christine. Thanks for joining us. First of all, do you think Sir Lindsay should go?
No, of course I don't. And I don't think he's under intense pressure. 70 MPs having signed is not intense pressure. It's pressure, but I think that Sir Lindsay has apologised to the House. He said he's made a mistake, and he is someone who has gone a long way to repairing the reputation of the office of Speaker since he became Speaker following John Bercow. What happened on Wednesday night did not reflect well on Parliament. But I think we should remember that a lot of people acted irresponsibly, I believe, by putting party politics first, inflaming an already dangerous situation, and that we all need to get a grip, build a consensus and move forward.
I mean, it was an absolute debacle. Do you feel embarrassed by it, Christine? Because all the while you're there in Parliament and thousands of more people are getting killed during this Israel-Gaza war. It was something so utterly serious that you were voting on.
It was. And one of the things that I find almost unforgivable about this is that there was a petty party political positioning going on, initially by the SNP, who very carefully worded an amendment so that it would, they thought, show the divisions in the Labour Party. Both ourselves and I understand the Labour Party were trying to be consensual in this and wanted to speak to the SNP about it. And in a situation where we had the opportunity to build a consensus, to send a message to the Israeli government and to Hamas that we don't like what is happening, that there needs to be peace, that we need a two-state solution, we want them to find a way forward, we indulged in petty political wrangling in the House of Commons, which descended into debacle. And then to blame Sir Lindsay Hoyle, who has said he made a mistake, and I accept that apology, but whose motivation in doing it was to try to avoid the sort of debacle that we saw, and putting MPs, their families and their staff at further risk from the sort of intimidation and threatening behaviour that we've seen already.
Well, how safe do you feel, Christine, as an MP, or do you have to take extra steps to protect yourself? And what might those steps be?
Well, I have to tell you that at Westminster on Wednesday, I don't think anybody felt particularly safe. We all felt that a lot of the behaviour that is happening is quite threatening. I have been fortunate in that I have not been subjected to anything like my constituents are very supportive of it, I feel. But I have not been subjected to anything like Tobias Elwood and his family, with the protests at their house. Or I know colleagues in Scotland as well who've had protests at their offices, and their staff have been made to feel very threatened by that.
Do you agree? Sorry, Christine, to jump in. I just wanted your, just very quickly, one sentence. Do you agree that protests outside Parliament, public buildings, should be banned?
No, people have the right to protest, but they have to do it reasonably, and they have to not make other people feel threatened. That's the difference. Everybody has the right to disagree with Parliament. Everybody has the right to protest. Everybody has the right to the freedom of their thought. But they have to respect others' rights as well, and they have to protest in a way that is respectful. What we saw at Parliament went beyond that. And it's not acceptable to make anybody, not just MPs, anybody feel threatened for what they believe and what they think. And the Islamophobia and the rampant anti-Semitism we are seeing emerging in this country at the moment is completely unacceptable.
Christine, just in 15 seconds, literally, where's your leader, Sir Ed Davey, been hiding? He popped up yesterday after going AWOL following the post office crisis. 15 seconds, why has he been hiding?
He's not hiding anywhere.
He has been.
He's been working for his constituents like most MPs. He's not hiding anywhere.